Many of you might have seen videos where girlfriends ask their boyfriends how often they think of the Roman Empire. With girlfriends being shocked, the answer is not only yes, but regularly. This is mainly due to the popularity of the video game Fallout New Vegas, wherein a major character within the game describes, in no uncertain terms, that he is the next Julius Caesar and he is building a new Rome in his image. But what makes this one-off video game character so memorable that not just him, but his inspirations stick with so many people after the fact? To begin, we should take a look at who the real-life Julius Caesar is, but to avoid getting lost in the weeds, we'll just stick to what this new Caesar tells us about him and the Roman society, because that's all that really matters. Julius Caesar IRL was a Roman general who managed to bring peace to his people through battling and conquering anyone who opposed him. In the game,
it means a nationalist, imperialist, totalitarian, homogenous culture that obliterates the identity of every group it conquers. Rome was a highly militarized autocracy that effectively integrated the foreign cultures it conquered. A society that could prevent mankind from fracturing and destroying itself in this new world by establishing a new Pax Romana.
Pax Romana, translating to Roman peace, Caesar's true end goal. And how exactly does he go about this end goal?
No. Wait.
Yeah. So Caesar is the epitome of his ends justifying the means, this homogeneous culture he uses to instill peace being enforced with the most strict regulations. It's important to distinguish here, however, that these atrocities aren't committed under the pretense of we do what we must. They genuinely believe that crucifying and enslaving people is the best way to go about their conquest, and frequently brag about doing it.
Every tribe I've conquered has been so backwards and stunted. Enslavement has been a gift bestowed upon them. I ordered every man, woman, and child killed. When next we surrounded the Kaibabs, and they likewise refused, I took one of their envoys to the Ridgers village and showed him the corpse piles.
Besides the slavery and crucifixions, he also has a misguided view of a concept called
Hegelian dialectics
that he uses to justify his conquest, as well as a massive ego that blinds him. Caesar describes these dialectics as
a sequence of dialectical conflicts. Each dialectic begins with a proposition, a thesis, which inherently contains or creates its opposite, an antithesis. Thesis and antithesis. The conflict is inevitable, but the resolution of the conflict yields something new, a synthesis, eliminating the flaws in each, leaving behind common elements and ideas.
He feels this is cleverly applying some knowledge that he has in big brain words that Julius Caesar didn't have access to. But he's not even correct as to what Hegelian dialectics is. Without getting too lost in the weeds, Hegelian dialectics entails one's own internal contradictions and how one forms new schools of thought that overcome previous established ones. This whole thesis-antithesis idea was from a different guy named Johann Gottlieb Fichte, and even then it was a theory to explain the concept of ideas forming in the world, not events in history. To further prove his inflated ego, he drops this line,
"Long-term stability at all cost. The individual has no value beyond his utility to the state, whether as an instrument of war or production."
But what value does Caesar himself have? Time and time again we see Caesar get away with things that he would otherwise have people crucified for immediately, like failing to give orders in a timely manner due to a clearly declining health situation.
That information can be used to manipulate them. Go to... God damn it! Fuck this! I'm going to lie down. Come back later. Tomorrow.
So why do so many guys think about fictional slave-owning conquerors? No, seriously, why do so many people think about the Roman Empire? Caesar's Legion is obviously the bad guy in this game, so what makes them so memorable? Without going into too much detail about the entire story of Fallout New Vegas, there really isn't a good guy, per se. Caesar himself has valid criticisms of the other major factions that oppose him.
Did you know her presidency lasted 52 years? And that her father, Aradesh, was the Republic's first president? Does that sound like a democracy to you? Or a hereditary dictatorship? The council didn't dare oppose her. She was too popular. She had the people's love. And as soon as she was gone, as soon as there really could be democracy. What happened then? Ever since losing its queen, the NCR has been weaker, more diffuse. Democracy has been its weakness, not its strength. Greed runs rampant. The government is corrupt, accepting bribes from Brahmin barons and landowners to the detriment of citizens. The NCR is a loose conglomerate of individuals looking out for themselves. It's lost virtue. No one cares about the collective, the greater good. It's not built to last. I'm just hastening the inevitable.
Still, though, I believe the biggest reason Caesar's Legion sticks out so much is due to something like Cunningham's Law, which states that the best way to find the answer on the internet is not to ask a question, but to post the wrong answer. Caesar clearly has an ego about him, something that the voice actor John Domon captures excellently.
How do I put this basically enough? It's a philosophical theory, the kind you might encounter if you took time to read some books.
His arrogance just felt so real. He truly felt that crucifying and enslaving those who opposed his homogeneous culture through brutal conquest was the best way to get things done. He looks down upon others who dare try to match his intellect, which, by the way, he has an intelligence stat of 4, one less than this guy.
Asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics.
And when intellects fail, he often just uses brute force to get his way.
All the bandits are dead or run off.
He's so easy to hate, flawed in a way that invokes a visceral reaction in some, yet still successful in his own right, like your idiot manager at work who you have no idea how they got promoted. He takes a pie-in-the-sky idea, something that almost anyone can get on board with, this Pax Romana, and perverts it with his own ego to fit his own needs time and time again. With no clear direction of who the bad guy is in the game, the choice is left to the player to decide which side they believe is good. Caesar's arrogance gives off the feeling that he knows he is good, which is a good way to get most people to think you're bad. The criticism of Caesar and the other factions of the game have been sources of great online debate for over a decade now. Because the other reason Caesar's Legion is remembered so much is that there's just so much information about them within the game. We've heard a bunch of Caesar talking already, but his character alone has over 30 minutes of dialogue, which is mostly just long-winded explanations of his past and his future goals. Along with the other named members of the Legion we can speak to, and the people throughout the game who have had dealings with them, we get a detailed picture of what the Legion is behind the scenes. So there you have it. That's why so many guys think about the Roman Empire. They just love the idea of owning slaves.